Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater signs is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater signs of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanam, everybody. We welcome each and every one of you for today's Parashakti Akashic readings, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. A few security measures from Kailasa's National Security Agency. Photography, video and audio recording of any kind is strictly prohibited. Please be on mute and be on camera. And if you need to step out due to some unavoidable situation, please inform the digital security officer. A few important cautions. We welcome all the Kailasa-vasis attending from Kailasa's monasteries, gurukuls, temples, ashrams, centers from all around the world. We welcome all the Kailasa TV, Nityananda TV, Hinduism Now TV, Twitter and YouTube viewers, Facebook, Instagram, and all those who are blessed to have the Nanya Diksha. which is the two-way video conferencing, for joining us for today's program, The Guide to the Paramashivoham Level 3. Let us now have a brief introduction to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Sri Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, and he has been recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. Let us look at a brief timeline of the various coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Before 1981, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was identified as the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva by the spiritual adepts and enlightened masters of Hinduism. In the year 1981, he was initiated into Balasanyas and Chaturmasya at the age of 3. In the year 1988, he was coronated as a future Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tundai Mandala Adinam, the oldest monastic university. In the year 1994, he was declared as the successor of Arunachala Sarvanya Peetham by the Guru Parampara on 24th of May. And in the year 1999, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the mission Nityananda Sangha to revive Kailasa internationally. In the year 1999, he was coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvanya Peetham. In the year 2002, on 4th of November, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham. In the year 2004, on 1st of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of Bhagyanagara, the Sripura Sarvanya Peetham. Following which, the same year, on 31st of December, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsa lineage. In the year 2007, he was declared as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Adi Pallava Sarvanya Peetham. Following which, the same year, he was also declared as the Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada. In the year 2012, on 27th of April, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 293rd Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of Madurai Shamala Peetha Sarvanya Peetham, the oldest Hindu papal state in the monastic kingdom. In the year 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was officially coronated as the Mahamandaleshwar, the supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akhada, which is the largest apex monastic order, as the youngest Mahamandaleshwar. In the year 2013, he was also declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of Atalakada, the oldest monastic order in Hinduism, by Acharya Mahamandaleshwar Sukhdevanandaji, the then incumbent spiritual head. In the year 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tanjavur Adinam. In the year 2014, he was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tiruvarur Adinam, Vedaranyam Adinam, and Panchanatikulam. In the year 2015, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swargapuram Adinam. Following which, the same year, he was also coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Adi Peetha Kolada Matha and was also elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 spiritual leaders. So here till now we have seen a brief timeline of the various coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now look at some of the various global initiatives by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Over 28 years of relentless humanitarian services and initiatives, including free vegetarian food, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution, peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, and these have also been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. With over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, he has established the world's largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been revered as the most prolific and most viewed guru in the digital world, read and watched by 1 billion plus followers in Hinduism. Over 10,000 hours of discourses and over 1 billion views on social media, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been respected as the commentator of all the sacred scriptures such as the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras, etc. He has also been honored as the leader of Hinduism, the internationally recognized Hindu leader. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually influential living personalities by Watkins Mind Body Spirit magazine. The Sovereign Order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, and Hindu Diaspora, are working for global peace and to give a superconscious breakthrough to the humanity. He is also the establisher of the world's largest Hindu university in the world, with satellite campuses in over 150 countries, the establisher of over 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvanyapitams. So till now, we have seen a brief introduction to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the various initiatives by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now move on to the next segment of today's Guide to the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. After a short break, please stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all.
Nityanandam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now move on to the next segment of today's program, which is the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis. One of the many things that we would be receiving, one of the many initiations that we would be receiving during the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. In this segment, we're going to be having a brief introduction to what are extraordinary powers, how are these manifested, and how do you awaken these Shaktis in us, and how practically they're going to be used in our day-to-day life. And we'll be having a short demonstration of one of the extraordinary powers that we would be initiated into during the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. In the Vedagamas, which are the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers, through the third eye. Manifesting powers or Shaktis are described as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. In the Vedagamas, Paramashiva is a primordial divinity in Hinduism. He is the ultimate reality and cause, which is the self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and the Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Prabhava, and Anugraha. Paramashiva is the source of all these Shaktis. When every ultimate truth, which is the Jnana, when it is mapped into your consciousness, which is your Prajna, manifests as the power and possibility of every being. The initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will now be demonstrating these powers of third eye awakening to every one of us. Today, we're going to be manifesting the power of body scanning and sharing with all the results of these extraordinary power manifestation awaken in us through the Diksha or the initiation. In this power of body scanning, one awakens the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. The Shastra Pramana, which is the scriptural reference through which this power manifestation is authenticated, is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra Sutra 54. Swadehe jagato vapi sukma sukmatarani cha tattva niyani nilayam dhyatmante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body or of the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. The Apta Pramana, which is the experience of the Vedic rishis manifesting this power, is from the life of a Siddha. Therir was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Therai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs Therayar, his disciple, to perform an open-head surgery and to remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, he gained the name Therayar. And here we're looking at an instance from the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has manifested this power in his life as well. Apart from healing millions and millions of people across the globe, here is one instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used the power of manifestation of body scanning. On 22nd of December 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals, only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through the body scanning, I found out what the problems and imbalances happened and where the balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. As a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening, along with various other spiritual sciences, through the initiation or the Diksha. And millions of people have already been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and they have been experiencing profound spiritual experiences as extraordinary powers in their day-to-day life. You can receive these initiations by attending the Paramashivoham program. Head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham to register yourself for the upcoming Paramashivoham Level 3 program starting on the August. So now let us enter into a quick demonstration of this power of body scanning. We have one of the volunteers who has posted in the social media, Mr. Hari, who has requested. So I will now be chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, establishing myself in the space of oneness with Swamiji. and revealing whatever Swamiji is showing to me. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. What Swamiji revealed is that with respect to your health, with respect to your body, so you've been facing a lot of pain with your stomach, and this has been like a chronic disorder that you've been having for a very long time. Swamiji revealed that the problem that you are actually facing is because of what you had done a couple of years ago with respect to having or taking a lot of drinks and other substances that actually have deteriorated your entire digestive tract. So what Swamiji revealed is for you to actually start doing the Nirahara Samyama so that your body will get the time to recuperate itself and start rejuvenating itself. Do the Nityananda Yoga and switch over to a complete vegetarian diet as described in the Bhagavad Shastras by Paramashiva. You can find it on kailasa.org and make sure that you are living by the diet and you will see that you're completely healed once for all. So this is what Swamiji revealed. You can share with every one of us how we are able to relate with what was revealed. So with that, we are coming towards the conclusion of this particular segment of today's power manifestation. Let us now move on to the next segment of today's program. After a short break, please stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression, or the worst suicidal patterns, or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater signs is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater signs of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth.
Nityanandam, everybody. Welcome back.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut.
Nityanandam, everybody. Sorry for the technical glitch. So as part of the Guide to the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, I'd like to share with each and every one of you about one of the greatest projects that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has unveiled to raise the consciousness of the humanity, at the same time to also pull billions of people out of poverty. Here we're looking at Kailasa's Ishanya project. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, humanity as a modern society has already reached a state of technology, infrastructure to provide food, clothing, and medical care for all the 8 billion people who are calling planet Earth our home. Unfortunately, our decision makers have not reached the necessary conscious level to make the humanitarian decisions of providing basic needs for all the 8 billion people. The survival need for all the 8 billion people doesn't depend on the availability of the housing or food, but rather on the consciousness of the decision makers. It is only the consciousness that we lack, nothing else. Here, we're looking at the world today, a quick glimpse. We are looking at 4 major problems, 4 major wastages which are happening on our planet Earth. The first is the food wastage. One side, there are tons and tons of food that is dumped. On the other side, just to maintain the basic life, people are dying out of hunger. One side, there's a huge amount of medical equipment wastage, where many advanced countries, countries with rich economy, they have a certain standard of the machineries or the equipments that they're going to use. Even if the machinery or the equipment is working, even after a certain period of time, they move it away just to maintain the standards. And all of those get dumped. On the other side, millions die without access to the very basic medical equipments. One side, there is huge amount of clothes that is getting wasted. Once used, barely worn, unused, all of these gets dumped into all the landfills and rivers. Other side, people suffer with a lot of hygiene problems because of even the basic clothing being unavailable to them. Similarly, homes and shelter. One side, we face home foreclosures, and the other side, again, millions of people face homelessness. Here we are looking at a quick infograph of the wastages with respect to food. Some of the statistics: 1/3 of the food produced around the world for the human consumption every year, approximately, which is about 1.3 billion tons, gets wasted or gets lost. Food losses and waste amount up to about 680 billion US dollars in industrialized countries and over $310 billion in developing countries. Over 155 million people in 55 countries or regions faced a food crisis during 2021, adding to the number of has now increased to 265 million due to the COVID-19 epidemic. So as we can see, one side, there's billions of tons and billions of US dollars getting wasted when the food is getting wasted. The other side, there are millions of people who are dying because of food poverty. Even if just 1/4 of the food that is currently wasted or that is lost can be saved, it can be enough to feed over 870 million hungry people around the world. 35 million people are dying from hunger or worldwide. A child dies from hunger every 10 seconds. Poor diets are linked to over 20% of all the deaths worldwide. So these are some of the facts about the food. Let us look at the other two more statistics. Here, we're looking at a quick infographic of the medical wastage. The US medical waste will attain over 5.25 billion by 2027. Among the regulated and unregulated clinical waste, about 80 to 85% can be reused. So as you can see, billions getting wasted, but the actual wastage is less than 20%, where 80 to 85% can actually be reused. Unused supplies in medical facilities are often discarded unnecessarily rather than being stored for later use, adding to even more unnecessary garbage being created away to the landfills. So one is reusing of the equipments. Second, even unused equipments and facilities get discarded. Reprocessing industries saving 15 million pounds of medical waste from landfills and reducing cost to hospitals and surgical centers by over 544 million US dollars. So that is how much can be saved with terms of the money with respect to the medical equipment wastage. Let us look at the other side. The world's poorest countries are paying some of the highest drug prices, with everyday medicines costing up to 30 times more than that of in the rich nations. And half the world lacks access to the essential healthcare, with 100 million still pushed to the extreme poverty because of the health expenses. So here is a quick review of the medical wastage. And here we are looking at the cloth wastage. Over 100 billion garments are produced each year, with 33% going to landfill. Every year, about 59,000 tons of used and unsold clothing ends up in Chile from all the other parts of the world. Every 10 minutes, to put it on a perspective, an estimated about 6,000 kilos of clothing and textiles are dumped in the landfill. On the other side, if you look at the hygiene problems, 1 in 8 children are without basic clothing. 1 billion children worldwide are multidimensionally poor without even the access to the basic accessories. Over 22,000 children die each day due to the inhygiene around the world, and clothes is one of the most important factors contributing to that. Here we're looking at a quick statistic about the wastage of home and shelters. The world has millions of vacant homes. Over 42 million of its 426 million homes are vacant. That means what? Roughly 1 in 10 houses in advanced economies are empty. Japan has topped the list of the nations with the highest percent of vacant homes, with 13.6% of its dwelling not lived. And 1.3 million are in Canada. 27% increase in homelessness is likely due to the economic impacts of the COVID-19, but more than 1/3 of all the people facing the homelessness services are women and children. Over the last 5 years, core homelessness has been rising year on year worldwide. Homeless people are over 9 times more likely to take their own life than the general population. Over 78% of the homeless people report having a physical condition, 44 of them having mental health diagnosis, 41% using drugs and alcohol to cope up with the medical issues that they face. So as we can see, one side, 1 in 10 homes are empty. The other side, once again, millions are homeless. So it is to fix this problem, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared. The world as such has all the needs that are there. All the basic facilities can be provided to the entire humanity, and everyone can be pulled out of poverty. But what is lacking is a consciousness. Raise the conscious level in the world and bring to the fore the real issues facing the world, and through a specialized process of recycling, facilitating the movement of good quality and unwanted items from the haves to the have-nots. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares this Chaturmasya, which is from the 4 months from July to October 2022. This Chaturmasya alone, 1 crore people should practice Samadhi to raise their consciousness, and 1 crore people should be pulled out of poverty. So this is the aim. This is the goal of the Ishanya project. If you look at some of the benefits of this, for the donors, it's a great privilege and a boon to provide those in need. For the world, recycling removes a lot of hazardous material from the nature, adding to a cleaner environment, tackling various problems such as the climate change, such as soil degradation, and various other global issues that the world is currently facing. And ultimately, for those in need, millions and millions of people around the world would be alive. They'd be raised out of poverty and they'd be pulled out of hunger, inadequate health practices due to lack of medical facilities. It's a win-win-win situation for each and every one of us. And how are we going to be doing this? Over the last 27 years, Sri Kailasa has built a network of over 140 entities, entities in over 140 countries around the world, with charity status in over 118 of these countries. In many countries, Sri Kailasa's entities are registered distributors as well, which means that we can manage the process end to end. We can be the middlemen for collecting and distributing it to the people. So we will be making full use of this network to collect the clothing, the medical equipment, food material from the developed nations, transport them across to the world and distributed to the countries and regions in need, with all the transportation and the distribution expenses completely sponsored by Sri Kailasa. Here we are having a quick glance at the process of the entire Ishanya project. So first would be collecting of the clothing, the medical equipments, the food from various parts of the world, and then it goes through a very specialized team of people from Sri Kailasa, professionals hired, who would quality control and process the received goods. After which, once they are deemed fit for usage, then they would be distributed, shipped to the regions, to the countries, to the people who are in need of these basic accessories. So this is a quick overview of the entire project. If you would like to avail the services, if you are a person who is in need, or if you know people who are in need, you can head over to gov.srikailasa.org/Ishanya to register yourself, and you can put your request as to what you want. If you want to donate, if you want to contribute, if you want to give, then you can again head over to gov.srikailasa.org/Ishanya. The link is projected below. So you can head over to that and you can also put your request there. The same link also contains those of you who would like to volunteer, give your time, and be a part of this entire great revolution. You can also head over there and register yourself. So we wanted to take this time to share with each and every one of you one of the biggest progresses, one of the biggest revolutions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has brought about to raise the consciousness, simultaneously pull people out of the poverty around the world. So now let us move on to the next segment of today's program. After a short break, I request all the participants and viewers for joining us from around the world to stay tuned.
Itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. is woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nityanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at some more statistics with respect to poverty and see what are the solutions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has provided to raise our consciousness from the poverty existence. Some of the statistics, as we can see, is that about 9.2% of the entire world, or about 689 million people, live in extreme poverty around the world with an income less than $2 per day. As we can see here, we have over 430 million people who will be living in extreme poverty by 2030. That's 30 million more than last year's projection. So we have a standard projection that comes from the World Vision, but it has exceeded 7.5 times than what was the expected projection. Over 1.3 billion people around the world live in multidimensional poverty, 50% of which are children and 32% of which are under 10 years old. So that's an over of about 663 million. And here we can see some of the reports that speak about how the COVID-19 could push 500 million people into poverty. Additional people in poverty due to a 20% income drop caused by the COVID-19 recession. As we can see in the graph towards the right, you can see that the East Asia and the Pacific is actually suffering the highest amount of the poverty people who are struck due to the COVID-19, which is at about 240 million people. So those are the number of people who are actually earning less than $5.5 per day. And then the list goes down towards South Asia, Latin America, Middle East and North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, Europe and Central Asia, and other high-income countries. Towards the left, if you could see, we can see the people who are struggling to cope with the pandemic. The poverty rates are jumping up 42% in 2020 from 21.6% in 2018. The average per capita household expenditure for the extreme poor has decreased by 45%. Strategies adopted by household to cope with the pandemic. As you can see, 48.72% have resorted to borrowing, 32.4% on relied savings that they have saved up for their life, 27.02 have changed the dietary patterns involuntarily, 27.33 have reduced their expenditure on non-food items, and 16.67 have resorted to donations from friends and families. So during this time of a pandemic and during this time where the world is actually being struck with various problems around the world, we can look at the solutions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has brought out to the entire world just to bring people out of poverty. The Ishanya project, as we can see, is one of the biggest solutions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, biggest initiatives taken to bring people out of poverty. But at the same time, to raise the consciousness, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also given various solutions, various techniques to raise our consciousness. And that's something that we would be receiving during the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. Manifesting wealth and abundance in our life would be one of the aspects of manifesting the life as we want that we would be receiving as initiations during the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. Let us look at some of the powerful cognitions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given about wealth. Life can be equated to two things. One is the ability to achieve what you want in the inner or the outer world. And the second, you just get stuck in both the worlds. These are the only two equations. Everybody wants wealth, but they do not increase the life in them to increase their level, to increase it to what they want. Wealth can be equated to the life energy that you express. When you become more and more active, more and more energetic, you manifest more and more wealth. It is a very straight equation because as of now, as a normal man, he has wealth as the first priority in his life. So if you don't have wealth, then you are not supposed to be blaming anyone. You're not expressing life in you. Life energy is not happening in you. Because if our entire life has been depending on the wealth, then if it is not happening, that means no one else is going to be a problem, but some cognition in you, the energy, life energy, is not happening. Krishna says very beautifully in the Bhagavad Gita, Gahano Karmano Gatihi. The universe by its nature works. If you at least have the goal of creating wealth, you will see that you are creative, your energy will be channeled properly. The first priority in life should be moksha, the enlightenment. Till that happens, the second priority should be to create wealth. So if you are not creating wealth, if you're not manifesting wealth, that means you are having you're not having the enough life energy to manifest wealth in you. And there are various blocks and cognitions that you're having which needs to be completed to manifest wealth. Creating wealth actually makes you non-violent because your whole energy becomes creative. Creating wealth brings tremendous interest in life and non-violence. But many times we have these wrong understandings that rich people are arrogant people, rich people are not good people. And we have various of these kind of ideas that are there. As long as we have negative ideas that are directly in contrast with what we want to manifest, where one side we want to manifest wealth, but we believe that wealthy people are arrogant. So we will not be able to manifest wealth. We manifest what we believe and not what we desire. So these are some of the powerful cognitions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed about wealth. And there are a lot more powerful cognitions, not just the cognitions, but initiations where these cognitions can actually become a part of your life, where you can completely rework the very idea of what you're having and how you're cognizing life, how you're attending to life by attending the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. So head over to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham and register yourself for the upcoming Paramashivoham Level 3 program, where you can experience all of this as part of your very own life and manifest life, abundance, wealth the way that you want. So with that, we are coming towards the conclusion of this particular segment of the program. Let us now move on to the next segment where we are going to have the Nitya Satsang by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where we get to receive various powerful cognitions and initiations to prepare ourselves for the Paramashivam Level 3 program. I request all the participants and viewers who have joined us from all around the world to stay tuned.
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome everyone with my love and respect. The message from Paramashiva, directly from Mahakailasa. Samadhi and feeling connection empowers your Divya Sarira. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the ultimate productivity of you are happening in planet Earth. Listen. Today I am going to speak fully in English. Meena Joshi, full English satsang. Because yesterday I spoke a lot in Tamil. So today, full English satsang. Listen. Listen to what I am saying. Your body, physical body, carries the consciousness. I use new word called Divya Sarira. Consciousness wearing this body is Divya Sarira. That consciousness getting more and more empowered. When the consciousness gets empowered, you don't feel suffocated by physical body and its limitations. Shiv Pandit, I'll heal you. I saw some wound in your right ears. I'll heal you completely. Listen. If you are Divya Sarira, the consciousness which is holding your body, if that is empowered, you don't feel suffocated, limited, reduced by your body. Please listen. Body limiting your possibility makes you feel suffocated. Not only the great powerful cognitions and understandings about the secrets of the cosmos, all spiritual practices are focused with the purpose of empowering your Divya Sarira. Listen. Yesterday's satsang, I gave you one truth. If you rest in samadhi, you will see everything in your life is complementing your different aspects. The wealth you earn, or the money you spend, the relationships getting added in your life, or people leaving from your life, comforts and wealth, artha getting added or leaving, the higher values, understandings getting added to you, and middle class values leaving you, everything, if you see, it just complements your expansion. If you get terrorized by your life, suffocated by your life without understanding, if you feel everything is chaos, everything is falling apart, due to your inner restlessness, you feel whole life is complication and incompletion. I tell you, nothing falls apart, everything falls in place. Nothing in life falls apart, everything in life falls in place. All of you should know, I don't teach the shit called positive thinking. No. First of all, I don't believe in that shit, and I don't teach that. I teach you reality. I teach you the truth. You are intensely brainwashed by suffocating ideas about life by media and the so-called human society. Whenever I sit in samadhi and watch, I see clearly everything is so auspicious. Not only I see it, when I see life as auspicious, my Divya Sarira gets so empowered. It just manifests powers and miracles. Every time when I reveal the higher truths, it empowers your inner space. It empowers your very being. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the job I do day in and day out. See, in Hindu tradition, after 60, once you cross the age of 60, you are expected to take Vanaprastha. That is what is that? At the age of 60, they do a ritual. You marry the same person second time. Only in Hindu tradition, you marry the same person 4 times. First, during your marriage, then when you are 60, then when you are 70, then when you are 80, then when you are 100. Very rarely people live as a couple together till 100. At the age of 60, you are expected to take Vanaprastha. See, by 60, both of you have become new. That is why one more marriage. Because now you guys are going to live a new kind of a relationship. New kind of a coexistence. After 60, your whole focus is to empower your Divya Sarira. You may be retired, but you will not be tired. When you start empowering your Divya Sarira, you should be retired by 60 and you should not be tired. Actually, many people ask me, what is the reason for the collapse of Hindu civilization? One of the main reason I will give is the people after 60 did not do their responsibility to give back to the society as Vanaprasthis. I am not even asking, give me 1 crore youth, youngsters, 1 crore sannyasis. I am asking, give me 1 crore retired people, Hindus. I just want 1 crore retired Hindus who lived their life all over after 60. If 1 crore Hindus commit after 60 and retirement, whatever society gave them, they will start giving back only by sharing their talent. See, I am not asking after 60 the wealth of the Hindus. No. I am not asking wealth of the Vanaprasthis. No. I am only asking after 60, Vanaprasthi Hindus should share their talent. I don't expect their treasure. I don't even expect their full time. No. If they just share their talent and give consultancy. Oh, listen very carefully. Empowering your Divya Sarira. It's one of the greatest signs available only in Hinduism. At the age of 60, if you start, within 3 years, by 63, you will achieve Anubhuti. Maximum you need 3 years only. And you don't need a whole day. Maybe morning 2.5 hours and evening 2.5 hours. The practice, this science was revived and spread to the world in the name of Siddha Vidya by Shivananda Paramahamsa from Kerala. That science is from the same thing which I am talking. See what I am talking. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the language of Vedas and Agamas. The same science Shivananda Paramahamsa used in local language and gave it as Siddha Vidya. Shivananda Paramahamsa can make anyone achieve Jiva Samadhi within 3 years. He revived the same science but gave the local terms, the local language terms, technical terms. What I am calling empowering Divya Sarira, he calls a Siddha Vidya. See, in Tamil there is a proverb, Aanai unda velangani bol, means if you give there is a fruit. If you give that fruit to elephant, actually I'll describe that fruit will have like a shell. Inside that skin portion, the flesh portion, elephant will not make a hole, but that flesh portion, it will suck it out. Still, no one is able to find the mystery, how it is possible. If you give that fruit, Vilambaram, I'll find the English name. Elephant will take in its trunk. In maybe 2 or 3 seconds, it will give the shell to you. If you do any level research on the shell, even with Meena Joshi's eyes, you won't find a hole or you won't find the crack. You will be shocked, surprised, how? Elephant took the whole fruit and ate and gave you the shell. It's called wood apple in English. If you give the wood apple to elephant, it will just take the whole fruit and give you the shell back without any crack or hole. This is exactly Siddha Vidya will do to you. Your whole inner space, Divya Sarira, Atma, will be gone to Paramatma without any damage to your body. That Paramatma will start residing and breathing in you So even when you leave the body, your body will not show any symptoms of death. See, Siramjeevi. In Sanskrit, we have the word Siranjeevi, means eternally, who lives eternally. That word you should understand. Siramjeevi, who lives in the head, who lives in the third eye, who lives in the Sahasrara. Sirattile Jeevippavan Siranjeevi. This science of empowering your Divya Sarira, actually you don't need more than 3 years. 3 years is the maximum. It's a 2.5 hours practice. Our Agamas give a very detailed manual. And Shivananda Paramahamsa had a enlightenment, revelation, the same science, empowering the Divya Sarira. He shared it to the whole world in the name of Siddha Vidya. He has done an amazing job. I can say very comfortably, he made at least 1 lakh people achieve Jiva Samadhi. Listen. After 60, I am not asking you to give your time, give your treasure. I am only asking, do this empowering your Divya Sarira for 3 years wherever you are. And give your talent like consultancy to Hinduism. What will happen, you will take the next birth consciously from the time you are born. You will be an enlightened being. I just want 1 crore people. See, let me be very clear. I am looking at reviving the enlightened civilization. I am not looking at just some 10,000 people getting enlightened or some 1 lakh people achieving Jiva Samadhi. I am looking at nations living this enlightenment and manifesting powers. Making this as a lifestyle. Third eye will be more common than 2 eyes. Listen. Yesterday I uttered few Tamil words. If you hear them, the satsang, how to make a person who is in Samadhi to settle in the body, those statements are directly from Shivananda Paramahamsa. If we can inspire 1 crore retired Hindus to practice this empowering Divya Sarira just for 3 years. 3 years is the too much time. Human body will become like Anayunda Vilambaram. The shell you are carrying will become empty and inside there will be only Paramashiva. Your Divya Sarira will be so powerful. You will walk out of your body when you want and you will sit in Jiva Samadhi as long as you want and you will take the rebirth as you want. Or you may just sit in Samadhi forever. Whatever you do after that, will be so good for the humanity and Hindu civilization. I actually wanted to start this project called Retired but Not Tired and Graceful Exit in Kashi. Soon you will see I will be announcing the project. After 60, anyone can come and stay 3 years, only focused on spiritual practice. And the remaining time you can do seva as a consultancy. No physical work, consultancy seva. You can give counseling, ideas, all that for all our Kailasas, different campuses, guide them. Just consultancy seva through Zoom call. Soon I'll launch this project, Graceful Exit. Retired but not tired. Just 3 years. But I want 1 crore people. I want this to spread all over the world. This time, being in Samadhi, I've clearly brought the system from Kailasa. Very practical. Livable, which will become directly reality. Now let me give you some of the truths and start empowering your Divya Sarira. First thing, consciously understanding the synergy with which your body is functioning. Celebrating your existence. Patrick Pinus, you will be healed. Don't worry. Patrick Pinus, you will be healed. Now listen. Any spiritual practice brings result based on why you are doing it. The reason which convinced you to do that practice brings result. Listen. If you are told, break a coconut for Ganesha, you will pass in exam. And if you go and break the coconut for Ganesha, you will pass in exam. But if you are told the same coconut, break it as a symbol of breaking your ego, incompletions. With that reason and intention, break the coconut. You will have unclutching. And if you go and do with this reason, with this cause, and break the coconut, you will have unclutching. Listen. All spiritual practices bring results based on the reason you have been given, the cause which makes you, inspires you to do that practice. That is why from whom you get initiation is very important. I can make you enlightened just by keeping quiet. Because I already made you strongly believe and initiated you. Even if you keep quiet, you will be unclutched and you will become enlightened. So you will even keep quiet with that intention. If I keep quiet, I will become enlightened because Swamiji told me. I have worked so much on your causal body, the reasons for which you do actions. So even if you keep quiet, even if you are relaxed, not doing anything, you will know I am not doing anything and keeping quiet, sitting, because if I do this, I will become enlightened. Swamiji has already told me. The cause brings the result. Listen. Your Divya Sarira gets empowered by powerful reasons. That is why I insist on feeling connection. See, when you feel connected to me, I can put these powerful reasons very casually inside you. So easily I can put that inside you. When you are open to me, I can trigger so many wonderful energies. I can empower so many powerful frequencies, and I can empower your very Divya Sarira existence. Actually, Vinay has sent a beautiful link. This book called Siddha Vedam is available in English. So I'll ask that link to be projected. I will sincerely recommend all of you to read this book. It will do so much good. And he is such a great enlightened being that Shivananda Paramahamsa, he has actually brought the science true to its original reason. Listen, if you do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, because your lungs will become healthy, you have been told if you do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, you will become healthy, lose weight. And if you do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, you will lose weight, you will become healthy, no doubt. But if you have been told, hey, do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, you will get enlightened. You will start living in your third eye and Sahasrara as a Siranjeevi. You will have Jiva Samadhi, and you start doing the same pranayama, the same time, the same action, same sadhana will bring the result of enlightenment and the powers of third eye, and it will empower your Divya Sarira. Listen. So the cause, reason, why, the answer for the why inserted into you for the spiritual practice you need to do plays a major role. Ramesh Ramani is sending a message. Swamiji, my grandmother attained Jiva Samadhi, was initiated by Shivananda Paramahamsa. She and Periya Swami, Chinna Swami were contemporaries. Yes. Ramesh Ramani,
not only I know this already, you told me already once, that is one. My father's brother, elder brother, means my Periyappa is also contemporary of your grandmother. My Periyappa also got initiated along with Perisami and Chinnasamy. And many people in my family were contemporaries of Perisami and Chinnasamy of Gautama Ashramam. And see, this Vidya, this Siddha Vidya is told as empowering Divya Sarira in our Vedagamas. And I should say that the Shivananda Paramahamsa is one of the great happening, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa of the north. Shivananda Paramahamsa was one of the great happening in south. Unfortunately, due to this atheism, his Sangha did not take to the level of Ramakrishna mission. Anyhow, it's now our responsibility. Let us take it to the world. Listen. The reason you are taught, the cause about which you are convinced matters. The cause about which you are convinced matters. Ramesh Ramani, at least I have been influenced by 25 people who are directly initiated by Shivananda Paramahamsa. At least 25 people in my family and friends and all that circle. At least 25 people impacted my life. And first time when I saw the book Siddha Vedam in Tamil and started reading when I was, I think, 7 or 8. Because in the house, the book Siddha Vedam was there and all of them used to practice. And my Periyappa, he will always wear only that kaupin, white kaupin, as per that Siddha Vedam tradition, and he will not cut the nail and the hair. And that will be a big problem in the house. But he stood strongly and he achieved Jiva Samadhi. He achieved and my grandmother achieved. And surely he has done a great service. Bhagavan, that Shivananda Paramahamsa of Kerala, he has done a extraordinary service to Hinduism, and he should be given the right credit, which he is not given. See, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Shivananda Paramahamsa should have been given the credit. Unfortunately, it did not. Happen in the past. I think now it's our responsibility. And we should take it to the world and make it happen. Yes. I wanted all of you to read this English book, Siddha Vedam. I am putting the link now. Please, all of you see the link. I sincerely request all of you to read this. I will even speak about this book and give you the quotations from Vedagamic tradition and this book and how beautifully he has organized. So now, understand this point. The points, the reasons, the ideas with which you have been convinced to do the practice plays an important role. See, for example, now I gave you an example, pranayama. If you have been told by your guru, do pranayama, your lungs will become healthy. You will become healthy. If you do pranayama, you will get only lungs, healthy lungs and health. That's all. Nothing more. But the guru who initiates you, if he says, do pranayama, your divya sarira will get empowered and you will manifest jiva samadhi. And if you do that, you will manifest jiva samadhi. Your divya sarira will get empowered. That is why getting initiated by the right guru is important, and having feeling connection to that right guru is important. If you have a feeling connection with that right guru, he will put the right cause into your being just like that. I tell you, all of you who have a feeling connection with me, I have already put that strong right reasons cause inside you. Even if you just keep quiet, I will be remembering you. There's nothing else you need to do from your side. I have convinced you already with this most powerful cause. Smaranat Arunachalam. If you remember Arunachala, you will be liberated. In my case, once I initiate you, whether you remember me or forget me or whatever, I have taken you over beyond your ability to remember or forget. If you remember, the present time itself will be more blissful, ecstatic, and power manifesting, enjoying, celebrating. If you don't remember, don't worry, you are liberated. When I need to remember you, during the time you leave the body, I need to remember you. Not only I will remember you, I will make sure you remember me. And you will be free. Understand? I have put this powerful cause, reason inside your causal body. The collection of your reasons about what you do, why you do in your life. Now I am coming to the next point. Listen. Your existence, your Divya Sarira, is programmed, designed to live huge miracles, conscious play. I use the word in English, effulgence, tejas. I'll explain the word effulgence, tejas means by its very presence, your Divya Sarira goes on doing miracles. Listen. I wanted to tell you all this truth many times. When something happens in my life, for a few seconds, even I am shocked. Why is this happening? But within next few hours, I can see the whole right reason and the right cause and how it is auspicious and expanding. I will ask Paramashiva, why don't you tell me a little upfront? He will say, hey, we can't give a full script. If I give a full script, you will blurt it out to the people who are around you and they will miss it. The script will be given only everyday shooting. Only during everyday shooting, the script and dialogue will be given. But you should know everything I do, I will do best because I am the director and producer. I say, all right, I know I am in the best hands, the director and producer of the cosmos, that is enough. You give me the script for every shot, that is enough. I don't need to know the whole story and I don't need to have the whole script and whole dialogue. I still remember one beautiful word I heard from my guru, Isaki Swami. He said, "Hey, motta kadaiyum therinja ஆர்வத்துல சொதப்பி வச்சிருவீங்கடா அல்ப பசங்களா போங்கடா." Means if you know the full story and all the dialogue, in the over enthusiasm, you will mess up. Understand? Even for me, Paramashiva gives only the dialogue for that day, the story for that day. But I know for sure I'm in the hands of the ultimate, best, most powerful and most compassionate producer and director. So I just relax. You also do the same. Empowering your Divya Sarira. I tell you, empowering your Divya Sarira gives you the power to take long jumps. It gives energy for long jump. Listen, I think you all need to understand this one truth. Paramashiva gives only that day dialogue, that day actions you need to do. He does not give the full movie script. Because if he gives the full movie script, due to over enthusiasm, we will mess up. And we will try to develop on his script. We will create too many complications. See, the kind of the small vision and small taste we are entertaining for our level taste and vision, if he gives few days script for us, that's enough. You need only one thing, a beautiful, restful space. Hey, my producer and director is not only absolutely powerful, he is absolutely compassionate. There is nothing called giving up on me or leaving me. I am avimukta, never given up. That's all. We don't need a full script of the movie, full script of the Leela. I still remember this really happened. Outside the Adi Kailash, there's a beautiful Ganapati, just on the entrance. That Ganapati is a very living, and he will very casually talk to me. One day, I was going to the Ramnagara court for this false case which they put on me for that hearing. I was standing on that, in front of the gate, in front of the Ganapati, and I was asking him. That day, we were expecting that case will be quashed, that false case. So I asked him, quash that case, we can do a lot of work, a lot of construction need to be done, many work need to be done. This load of these false cases, can you just please clear it up? He was smiling. I became so confident. I thought, it's done today. When I went to the court and attended, and that day it did not get quashed, I came back. And I was standing again in front of the Ganapati and asked, what is this? He smiled widely and said, Chipada, that's all. I simply know that I have to obey and he has a bigger plans. Nothing else. And I simply went inside and as usual I prayed to Kala Bhairava and went and started doing my work. Now I know why. Now I know what was their original plan and what is their original plan. But I tell you, honestly I tell you, at the age of 12, I think just before Isaki Swami left the body, went into Jiva Samadhi, he and my Guru Kupammal, both of them were sitting and they were trying to convince me to accept the property in my guardian's name. I was a minor that time, so they wanted to put me and put one of my somebody as a guardian for me till that property. But because I know the full script, the responsibility that ashram will bring it to me, I did not do what they want. Same way, if I was told that time itself I have to make a nation, either I may not be standing to do what they want, or due to over enthusiasm, I would have done some mess up which will not go as per their plan. I tell you, so how much our brain can hold, that much they reveal. But they have given a very powerful experience that Paramashiva is ultimate power and compassion, and he himself is operating using this human shirt
human clothing. So all of you understand, எனக்கே இதான் கதி, போய் விநாயகர் முன்னாடி என்னையா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா சீப்பா அவ்வளவுதான் சொன்னாரு. Then I just shut all the holes and simply went and started doing my work, what I am supposed to do. So whenever you are complaining, just remember this one word, Chiva. It has so many meanings. It means we have our plans and you just cooperate with everyday script. Everyday script and the dialogues will be given to you. Just receive that and enjoy. Understand, many times you mess up and come and tell, sorry, what to do. There are some things where you can't mess up and you can't afford to mess up and come back and tell sorry. That is why Paramashiva does not give a full script. He empowers your Divya Sarira not to collapse is the grace he showers on you. Don't expect, because he is graceful, he has to give the whole script to you. No. Because he is graceful, he has empowered your Divya Sarira for long jumps. Feeling empowered for the long jumps is the grace of Paramashiva. That's a signal that Paramashiva is on you. His grace is on you. Do not expect the whole script to be given. Kailasa Priya is asking, what is the Tamil word? Ganapati said, Echipa. You can't translate this word because it has a multiple meaning. Listen. I remembered very clearly how I messed up when my gurus gave me the full script. Then I decided I should not ask for the full script anymore. And I am happily living. This 3 months Samadhi, I actually do not know why they put me in Samadhi. Now, I know very clearly they wanted to use this body and radiate lot more things to the world. So they put me in Samadhi. Now the body is ready and it is going to do lot more things. Rekha Pathak is messaging, She experienced my presence during her heart procedure. She had a month ago and left it to Paramashiva for outcome. I am healing now. Understand? Rekha Patak, I am living there. So I will keep it safe, functioning, and radiating Paramashiva. I am telling you, today what I revealed, especially with my conversation with Ganesha, you should all contemplate. It's a true thing. Please understand, it's truth. Absolute truth. You should all contemplate on it. How our Divya Sarira is empowered and how right knowledge is given. Actually, I tell you, if giving that day's script can get the best out of you, director giving only that day's script is the right knowledge. Right knowledge does not mean large information. No. It means giving the informations which will produce the result required by the director, which will produce the result director needs. And I tell you, this is what is Atmamurti. I reside in you, give you the knowledge script which you need for the best productivity, best outcome. Paramashiva resides in me and he also gives the script needed for the best productivity. That's all. It is not that he gives the whole script and I also don't ask for it. Because I know he is all powerful and all compassionate. I trust his intelligence and compassion. Just like how I reside in this body, he resides more strongly with a higher frequency in the same body. He resides with more stronger frequency in the same body. So he goes on giving the script needed. And he uses this human frame and resides in each one of you as Atmamurti. So understand, right knowledge does not mean full information. If you read how Krishna took care of Arjuna, if Krishna has revealed everything which is going to happen in the Mahabharata war to Arjuna, nothing would have happened. It would all have been mess. Just seeing all the relatives in front, Arjuna collapsed. how do you think that war would have happened and that collective negativity will be wiped out? And too much of weapons created need to be destroyed in controlled condition. See, Mahabharata war is nothing but destroying all the nukes in controlled condition. Too much nukes built up has happened. Every fellow started having Brahmastra. The knowledge became like open source. And it is dangerous for the humanity. So Krishna creates a controlled condition, a field where he is personally managing and destroying all the weapons. If Krishna told everything that is going to happen, full script of Mahabharata war, Arjuna would not have gone into the war. Dharma, Yudhishthira would not have allowed the whole war. One miss, one information. Karna is the elder brother of Pandavas is enough. War would not have happened. Because Duryodhana will never resist to put Karna on the throne. And Pandavas will no way bother because they follow the Dharma. They say elder brother gets the throne. Let Karna have the throne. Pandava and Gaurava, the whole conflict would have been dissolved. Then the purpose of removing the Bhubara would not have happened. Ma Guhambananda is writing in YouTube, Swamiji, you healed my muscular degeneration. The doctor says it's a miracle, and in 1 month he has seen 7 months of progress. I saw you doing the non-invasive surgery. Thank you, Swamiji. Guhambananda, just do one thing. Sit and visualize I am occupying your body fully and breathe as I am breathing. That's all. Do this every day for 10 or 15 minutes. Go to doctor, he will say that the whole disease has disappeared. Because the body will be empowered by the Divya Sarira of me, which means Paramashiva. You will simply be healed. Now the miracle you are seeing is because of your feeling connection with me. Now I am giving you the technique also, not just feeling connection, technique also, do it. You will be healed completely.
गंधा कदंबा कदिर्वेला कार्तिकेय कुमारा गुरुपरा शिवकुमारा शिवगामी सुथने सेंदिल मानगरवाळ सेवर कोडियोने सेंदिल मानगरवाळ सेवर कोडियोने சித்தம் கெலாம் நினைந்து சித்தம் கெலாம் நினைந்து நினைந்து உருக சித்தனாய் நித்யாய் வந்த நித்யானந்தனே குரு நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே
கண்ணில் படும் பொன் வண்ண திருமுகம் சிந்தை தொடும் குரு நித்யன் பல முகம் உள்ளம் மதி கந்தன் முகம் இவன்
Listen. Next point about empowering your Divya Sarira. Understanding your life is order in chaos, not just for de-stressing you, but to realize what you call as chaos, everything is your own dimension. Even what you call as a loss, destruction, negativity, collapsing, all that is your own dimension of samhara. If you understand, decide to accept, you are doing srishti, sthiti, samhara, trobhava, anugraha, you are doing all the five. Then you will understand everything happening in your life is an order, not chaos. Please understand, knowing that everything happening in your life is an order is not for de-stressing, not even for living blissfully. It is for realizing you are Paramashiva and everything is multi-dimensions of you, your existence. What you call as positive, what you brand as negative, all this happening in your life is nothing but your own different phases. Hey, you are the samhari. You are the person who do the srishti, creation. You are the person who do the maintenance, sustenance. You are the person who does the samhara. When you understand you are the person who do the samhara, you will know you are doing rejuvenation. And you will know you are the one puts people in delusion, puts things in delusion and pulls them out of delusion. And you are the one who manifests liberation. I am just solidified experience of the truth I revealed now. I am just the effulgence of this intense frequency of this experience of Divya Sarira. I'll initiate all of you by empowering you all with the same frequency. One by one, I will repeat now these great truths and empower your Divya Sarira. Listen. How you can find I empowered your Divya Sarira, today and tomorrow, next 48 hours, even in your sleep, in the dream, you will be hearing these words. just intensely going inside your system. That's a proof I am empowering you, initiating you. Sit. You can keep your eyes open. I'm going to repeat step by step these great truths. 1. Your Divya Sarira is your own soul, consciousness, wearing this physical body. Your Divya Sarira is the space where Paramashiva is comfortable. Let your Divya Sarira be empowered, and all the suffocation caused by your physical body and restriction of your existence dissolve. In your Divya Sarira, Paramashiva, who gives the right reasons, empowers your causal body with the right cause, convinces you with the right reason for your actions. Let that Paramashiva, ultimate, undeniable existence of that eternal effulgence manifest in all our Divya Sarira. Om, 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Inhale and exhale deeply for the sake of manifesting Paramashiva in your Divya Sarira. Now you are inhaling and exhaling will make you manifest Paramashiva in your Divya Sarira. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om, 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 Om. Let Paramashiva manifest in all our Divya Sariras as Atma Murti. Empower us with the right knowledge. Empower us with His powers and compassion. Empower us with the confidence and energy
for the long jumps, complete manifestation in the right direction. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Shiva, 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 Shiva.
புல்லாகி பூடாய் புழுவாய் மரமாகி பல்விருகமாகி பறவையாய் பாம்பாகி கல்லா மனிதராய் பேயாய் கணங்களாய் வல்லசுரராகி முனிவராய் தேவராய் செல்லா நிந்தையின் தாவர சங்கமத்துள் எல்லா பிறப்பும் பிறந்திழைத்தேன் எம்பெருமான் மெய்யே உன் பொன்னடிகள் கண்டு இன்று வீடுற்றேன் மெய்யே உன் பொன்னடிகள் கண்டு இன்று வீடுற்றேன் கையாளும் ஈசா அற்புரிய திவ்ய சரீரத்தில் வாதினம் உன்னை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு உண்மையாட்கொண்டவா கையாளும் ஈசா அற்புரிய திவ்ய சரீரத்தில் வாதினம் உன்னை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு உண்மையாட்கொண்டவா சிந்தி தெளிவித்தவா வாழ்வுதனை சித்தமயமாக்கவா ஔஷதம் தந்தவா உடல்நிலை விடும் பொறுமை தந்தருளவா சிந்தி தெளிவித்தவா வாழ்வுதனை சித்தமயமாக்கவா ஔஷதம் தந்தவா உடல்நிலை விடும் பொறுமை தந்தருளவா ஊருயிர் குறைந்திடும் பேருயிருமையவா கையாளும் ஈசா அற்புரிய திவ்ய சரீரத்தில் வாடின் உன்னை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு எமையாட்கொண்டவா மாற்றமாம் வையகத்தின் வேறே வந்தறிவாம் தேற்றனே தேற்றத் தெளிவே என் சிந்தனையுள் ஊற்றான உன்னாரமுதே உடையானே கலியுகம் மதனில் இருளது நீங்க தீபமாய் எழுந்த ஜோதி ஸ்வரூபானவம் அழித்து முக்தி தந்திட மலையாகி நின்ற அருணாச்சலனே மானிட ரூபம் தரித்தவா படைத்து காத்து மறை தழித்து அருளிடவே பரம ஞானம் தன்னை இறை ரூபம் கொண்ட நித்யானந்தனை அருளிடவா காட்டில் ஆடிடக் கண்டேன் காலரை காலார் கடந்தாரை கண்டேன் புள்ளி குடைமானின் தோளானை கண்டேன் புலியுரை ஆடை புனிதனை கண்டேன் வெள்ளி பிறை சடையில் சூடிடக் கண்டேன் வெள்ளி மலை மீது நின்றாரை கண்டேன் நந்தி பெருமானின் நாயகன் கண்டேன் நான் மறை வேதநாதன் கண்டேன் கண்டந்து கண்டவா காண கண்டந்தவா காண்கின்ற காட்சியெல்லாம் கைலாயம் தந்தவா ஓம் சிவ 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 ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம்
Let every action, reaction, from breathing to eating to enjoying all the sensory pleasures and actions, let everything empower your Divya Sarira with the power of Paramashiva, with the presence of Paramashiva, with the existence of Paramashiva, with the manifestation of Paramashiva. Om. Om. Om.
முருகா கந்தா கடம்பா கதிர் வேலா கார்த்திகேயா குமரா குருபரா சிவகுமாரா சிவகாமி சுதனே செந்தில் மாநகர் வாழ் சேவர் கொடியோனே செந்தில் மாநகர் வாழ் சேவர் கொடியோனே சித்தம் கெலாம் நினைந்து சித்தம் கெலாம் நினைந்து நினைந்து உருக சித்தனாய் வந்த நித்யானந்தனே குரு நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே
கண்ணில் படும் பொன் பண்ண திருமுகம் சிந்தை தொடும் குரு நித்தன் பலமுகம் உள்ளம் அது கந்தன் முகம் இவன் என நிறைந்தானே ஞானம் தரும் சிவயோக திருமுகம் காண பயம் யாவும் பரந்தோடிடும் பக்தி எனும் சக்தி தடை அருளிடும் பெருமானே வேலும் உண்டு மயிலும் உண்டு வாழ்வினை காத்திட நீ அருகில் உண்டு ஆறிரு கைகள் அணைக்க உண்டு ஆறுமுகன் உண்டு சிவசக்தியின் குமரனை முக்கண்ணன் புதல்வனை தரிசனம் செய்திடுங்கள் கணநாதனின் நிலையவன் கார்த்திகை மைந்தனை கண்ணார கண்டிடுங்கள் சஷ்டியின் நாயகன் பிரணவத்தை உரைத்தவன் கையிலை அமர்ந்த எங்கள் சரவண பவன் சிவசக்தியின் குமரனை முக்கண்ணன் புதல்வனை தரிசனம் செய்திடுங்கள் கணநாதனின் நிலையவன் கார்த்திகை மைந்தனை கண்ணார கண்டிடுங்கள் நெற்றியில் குங்குமம் வேலினை போலே தெரிகிறதே குரல் யாவும் இதயம் நுழைந்து சேவர் கொடி போல் அசைகிறதே அசைந்தாடும் கண்கள் இரண்டில் மயிலின் நடனம் தெரிகிறதே அலைந்தாடும் எந்தன் மனமோ அதனை கண்டு குளிர்கிறதே ஜகம் யாவும் மனிதரின் மனங்கள் தாவியும் ஓடியும் திளைக்கிறதே கையளவை கடலா எண்ணி வாழ்வை தினமும் தொலைக்கிறதே அவனியில் கிடைத்த அதிசயம் நீயே இருளை விளக்க வந்த காவியின் நீயே அவனியில் கிடைத்த அதிசயம் நீயே இருளை விளக்க வந்த காவியின் நீயே கண்ணில் படும் பொன் பண்ண திருமுகம் சிந்தை தொடும் குரு நித்தன் பலமுகம் உள்ளம் அது கந்தன் முகம் இவன் என நிறைந்தானே ஞானம் தரும் சிவயோக திருமுகம் காண பயம் யாவும் பரந்தோடிடும் பக்தி எனும் சக்தி தடை அருளிடும் பெருமானே
தேவர் வேண்டிட வீரனாகிய சூரனை அழித்தவன் இவனே. குன்றின் மீதிலே குமரனாய் தெரிபவனே. தேவர் வேண்டிட வீரனாகிய சூரனை அழித்தவன் இவனே. கடல் தாண்டி மொழி தாண்டி தமிழ் பேசும் முந்தன் மொழி கேட்டு பல கோடி உயிர் பேசும். கடல் தாண்டி மொழி தாண்டி தமிழ் பேசும் முந்தன் மொழி கேட்டு பல கோடி உயிர் பேசும். காவடி பண்ணி காவடி அதை ஏந்தி ஆடி பாடிட மனமகிழ்ந்திட புடி திளைத்திட மலையேறி வந்து வணங்கிட. மாயோனின் மருகனே தமிழ் காக்கும் தலைவனே. வீரத்தின் புதல்வனே வேல் தாங்கும் வேந்தனே. வேலவா ஷண்முக கைலையை ஆண்டிடும் நித்தனே பரபரவா. சிவசக்தியின் குமரனை முக்கண்ணன் புதல்வனை தரிசனம் செய்திடுங்கள். கணநாதனின் இளையவன் கார்த்திகை மைந்தனை கண்ணார கண்டிடுங்கள்.
பெருமானே அருளிடும் பெருமானே பெருமானே.
Oh, let all our existence be empowered by Paramashiva. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.